Hey guys, Rich Bassini here, your YouTube vlogger and creator. Today I want to talk about cameras that are too old to make YouTube videos, and I got a whole bunch over here. Let me hit it over here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here you see an array of cameras I have, oldies, some semi-new. Okay, I also got the cords and everything else that goes with them. I got my 3 iPhones. I got a little Sony camera here. Got 2 of them. This one here is a DSC. This does MPEG videos. Let me just go over here to Cam 4. You'll see what I'm talking about. This one here does MPEG videos, and this one here does nice videos, of course. It's got the little micro card. I don't have the cable for it, but the reason why I'm doing this video, folks, is to show you that with all of these old cameras, I could still make YouTube videos. Now, if you're wondering what am I shooting this video, making this video with, I have 5 Logitech webcams in which I could be able to shoot at different angles, like this one here, the one we just seen. This is Cam 3. This is Cam 4. This is Cam 5. We got all of them here, and this is the one right now. This is Cam 6. Okay, so I got all these different video things here. I should say webcams. Anyway, what I want to show you, let's go back to Cam 4 here. What I want to show you is with all this older equipment, which is older. It's not stuff from like the 2005 and stuff like that. It's not like anything brand new, like I just picked up the other day. If I was to buy this stuff back in the day, I wouldn't be able to afford some of it because, like I said, a lot of it was a lot more expensive back then. What you see over here, moving these guys over, just to share you guys with this. And before we get started, if you're new to my YouTube channel, I just want to say welcome. Okay, I just want to say welcome. This is the first time on my YouTube channel, and to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I just want to say thank you. It is greatly appreciated. And this video, in case you guys are wondering, it is being created with Filmora 13. All right, so let me explain something. I'm going to just talk about the cameras I have here. This one here that you see here, the Sony CyberShot, this is only a 3.3 megapixel camera. It takes great pictures. I use it because I'm also a seller on eBay, and I use it for family photos and stuff like that. It does MPEG, and to be honest with you, MPEG with this camera is not that great. I mean, I love it takes nice pictures as far as I'm concerned. Since the time I had it, I bought this camera brand new, this one I bought brand new, and this one right here. Okay, and I'll talk about that in a second. For the years I had it, just to share this with you guys, I remember it was a hot, humid day, and I was taking pictures of my car, and I had this little guy with me, and I noticed I was taking pictures, the screen started acting crazy. It started getting all lines in it. I couldn't even see the photos. But when I removed the micro card here, the memory card, and I popped it into the computer, the pictures came out pretty clear. The only things you couldn't see, you couldn't tell if it was clear or blurry or whatever, if there was any imperfections in the picture. But I have to say, it did its job. So with that, I paid about $600, close to $600 with the tax and everything for this camera back then. I think I picked it up between this and this. I think I picked up around 2004 or 5 on either. I forget the years on each one, but I think they were bought around the same time frame. So Sony, rather than buying another camera, Sony has what you call their repair service was in Laredo, Texas, I believe. And back then they charged $150. You would ship it to them. They would do all the work on it, clean it, and replace whatever had to replace in there, and they send it back. It took about, I think, a week and a half to 2 weeks maybe before I got it back. And I don't think I had another camera to use. I may have, I don't remember. I don't think I did. This one didn't come into play until later on. This is a thrift store bought camera over here. But they made it like brand new. It works great. So yeah, this one I take a lot of my photos with the for eBay and family photos. Now, the question is, can this still be used today? I mean, it's an old camera, it's an older model, and how I would do it is not with the MPEG, but if you're going to use it for photos, it's very simple. You would snap your photos and stuff like that. And if you have a memory card reader, let me see if I have it over here. You could also buy them. I think I have one over here. Let's see, it's this in here. Yeah. If you don't have one, this was a thrift store bought one. I'm glad I have it. If you don't have a memory card reader on your computer, you could buy one of these here. Okay, and you can see it's got different slots for it. Okay, they have the memory card readers, and what happens is if your computer didn't have a memory card reader, this plugs into a USB right here, and you would plug this into here, and then you would take out the memory card here. This is for photos. Again, with this one, I don't do videos with it, and what you would do is you would just pop it into the memory card reader. I think it's this one right here. You would pop it in like that, and it would, upload. You'll get an order, or you'll get a response. And I use Sony Play Memories Home or something like that, and it'll detect it, and you're able to upload your photos like that. So if you don't have a card reader built into your computer, you could always get an external one like this here. This here, believe it or not, I lucked out. I wasn't going to buy it because my computer has it. Also, I have an HP 7520 printer that has card readers on it too. I think it only has 2. Yeah, I think it only has 2 on it. But this one's got multiple ones, as you can see here. See, it's got multiple card reader things here. Okay, so this here, like I said again, I bought it at the thrift store. It was a good find. I paid next to nothing to it, and it worked. That's the only thing when you're buying stuff from the stores there, like thrift stores. You got to make sure you got to hope and pray that they work. So let's pop this back in here again. Okay, and yeah. So this one here, even though it's an old camera, you could still use it, and it takes great photos. I have a photo. I also picked up a thing from my local thrift store. It's got to get it out over here for a second here. I picked this up at my local thrift store right here. Again, sometimes you find good things there. Let's get it out of here. That's here. I don't have a regular case for it. It is what it is with it. It's got a polarizing filter on here. Right, I think the polarizer filter is inside, if you could see it, if I'm not mistaken here. It's got 2 on here. You screw this off here. Yeah, it's got the polarizer filters in there already. And I got this here to protect it. This I got at my local thrift store too. And it just happened to work out where it was able to fit on my camera. Okay, I was able to fit on this camera because I said, oh no, I said, suppose I bought it, I'm stuck with it, So this here, you pop it on like that there, and it's got the polarizer filter, so now you can take some nice cameras. The only thing is this doesn't accommodate it. And this here is just, I use it just to cover it when I put it in its case. See? So sometimes you do get some good finds out there. And this one, with this polarizing filter, it takes nice pictures as well. Okay? So you get an old camera like this, and you can, spice it up a little. You know what I'm saying? But I always say this, folks, for those who follow me on this YouTube channel, I always say the camera equipment that you're using to make your video is one thing, but it's all in the video editing software what's going to make that video pop. I said it before. People following me say, I know I heard that many times before. It's true. That's my saying with that, because it's the video editing that's going to make the picture look. You're going to make it, give the clarity and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And make it nice. Put special effects in there, whatever. So it's always, to me, as far as I'm concerned, I'll stand by that. It's always in the video editing software. This little guy here. This little camera, again, this was purchased at a thrift store, and it works perfect. You slide it out like that there, slide down, very thin. You can put it in your pocket, and you can see it's got a very good quality. This is a 12 megapixel here, and this does video. And you can just to switch it over here. I don't know if you can see that there. You can switch it. It can go from video to camera. Right now it's set for camera, right? Yeah. And when you switch it over here, like that, now it's ready for video. You can do video with it. You can't see, it's too glary in here. Yeah, as far as I know, this one here is for the yeah. It's just a matter of switching over and stuff like that. This one here takes great photos and videos. Okay, and how this would work would be the same thing. Again, you would just pop that little micro card out there, memory card. This here, this Lexmark one, whatever. It's 8 gigabyte? Let me see something, folks. I'm sorry. This is Lexmark. It's 8 gigabyte. Okay. All right. And the same thing, again, if you have a card reader, this would slide right into my computer, and I can load the video and or photos as well. Now 8 gigabytes, depending what you're going to use it for, it could use a lot of storage up on it. So if you're a person that wants to take something like this here, and you're out, at an event or something like that there, you might want to get a bigger memory card, especially if you're going to use something little like this. This takes great videos too. Okay. Now this I don't have a cable for. Okay, this one here, I had the cables for it, because when you buy Sony, they give you cables with it, or along with the software and the booklets and all, user guide stuff. This one here, again, is Sony. I love Sony products, by the way. I know you're going to see, oh, he's got iPhones here too. Yes, that I do have too. as far as when it comes to making videos and stuff like that, I do like my Sony cameras, okay? So this here, again, is a thrift store find. And again, if you're doing with the videos, that's the same thing. If you have a memory card, if you don't have the cables with it, you could probably get the cables off of eBay. And then I'm going to show you the old granddaddy of them all after I get talking about it. It's in this box over here, like this here. You can see, I don't know if you can see that there. It's in this box here, okay? I'm going to show you that. The old granddaddy of it all. It's all sealed up, and I'll tell you a little story about that if you want to stick around and hang out and check it out. All right, so we got these here. Like I said, that's the name of the title here. Too old to make YouTube videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about and how you can achieve that goal to make the videos. Here, I have 3 iPhones, as you can see. This was the first one I bought off of eBay. I paid $149 for it. This is the iPhone 5S. Okay, this little guy, believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, and people will be out there baked to different and say, I don't believe it. You could tell me all about the video editing software. I don't believe it. I can't see it making great videos and taking great photos. Folks, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, as the saying goes. This little iPhone 5S, as far as I'm concerned, takes great photos and nice videos. Okay, and again, the way you would load it up is with the charging cable here, firewire cable, whatever you call it. Of course, you would take this off and plug it in. Again, I have a computer that has the USB port right in front, so I'm looking at the back of it and fish through it. What you would do is, of course, you would remove the charging block here, and you would plug this in to your iPhone, and then plug this into USB port, and that's how you would unload, or I should say upload, the videos or photos from here onto your computer. Okay, now I want to explain something with this here when it comes to, you know, using this type of these type of cameras, or I should say iPhones, when it comes to uploading the videos from it, transferring them over to your computer. Now, as you've seen earlier, I said that this video is being created with Filmora 13. Okay, I'm working on a Windows system. It's a Windows 11 system. That's my operating system, Windows 11. And here's the thing. Let's move this guy a little over here because I'll talk a little about it in a second here. With these two, the same thing would apply when you're making a video or photos. You would use the same charging cable. Okay. However, with this one here, it's a little different. We'll get to that in a second. It's a little thicker, as you can see. But anyway, it'd be the same thing. Same principle applies. Now, with the Filmora 13, it will detect the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 8. This is an iPhone 8. This was bought at a later date. Okay, this one here. This is the iPhone 8. Takes great videos, takes great photos. Again, I know there are people out there baked to differ because they got the new modern technology and all the bells and whistles, and that's fine and Jim Dandy. If you have a budget to buy expensive equipment, that's great. You know, some of us don't have that kind of money right now to go out and spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on all this fancy equipment. I don't. Back then, I was, you know, very conservative, putting money away, and I had to save up everything I wanted. So that's the way it worked with me. But anyway, these two will work with what do you call it there? Filmora 13. Okay, it will work. It will detect it. And if you have an iPad, I have the iPad Mini, and I have an iPad 2. I think the iPad Mini is a 4, and I think this is the iPad I have is iPad 2, I think they call it. It will detect, Filmora will detect iPads and iPhones. Okay, and once you plug this into the computer, and then you go into Filmora and you do upload, or I should say import image, you'll get a little thing there. It'll show you, you know, that it detected either iPhone, whatever. Well, I'll just say iPhone. I don't think it differentiates saying 12 or 11 or whatever. It'll just say iPhone. Same thing applies to iPad, an iPad Mini and iPad. I don't think it's going to differentiate and tell you the different numbers on there. But anyway, so it'll work great with that. Okay, again, for Filmora 13. All right, so let's put these over here for a second. Now, with this iPhone, this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I bought this one maybe a couple months ago. Love it. It's got the 3 cameras on there. You know, the 3 camera things there. I got this at I did a video on it. I got this at my local thrift store. Not thrift store, no. This was an electronics store, I'm sorry. These are all this is a store-bought one. This was bought at Micro Center, and this one is too. This one here is bought on eBay. This is a thrift store find right here. This one here I bought at Micro Center. I paid $529 for it. I did a video on it, an unboxing video, and of course I invest money into it. I got the glass lens here that protects the, a glass cover that protects the 3 lenses, which is good in case it break, drops, which I hope never does. I bought the rubber coating here, okay, for that there to protect it. I'm very careful with all my phones. They all have cases on them. These are cases too. In case you're wondering, these are black cases here. They protect it in case, from chipping, damaging, or anything like that. So yeah, yeah, they both have it. See, they both have that case on there. I always protect them, and they got glass on the front. This one does too. So I did have to make an investment as far as that part goes. Okay. Now with this one, I did a video on it. It will, Filmora 13 will detect it, but it'll show no files copied or something like that. What happens is I have to go into my directory, my folder directory, and I have to look for Apple, and then I go into internal storage, and that's where I will find the files, be it photos or videos. It'll be in there, and then I basically will just copy and paste it over, or I should say import it. I go into the import feature on there and I import the file itself, as opposed to this, it will do an auto update right within Filmora. I don't have to go out of Filmora to go into the directory, the folder directory, but with this I have to. Okay, and with this it's the same thing. Now this is for the iPhone 12 Pro Max here. Okay, look, you can see the cable. You can see it's very glaring here. This is a very thicker cable right here. This one here, as opposed to these two. These are for the iPhones, and they each have their own individual, cables there. I just use this just to show you it'll work with this here. This is the type of cable that works with these guys, as opposed to this guy. This is thicker. So I won't use this to charge this. I don't know. I don't want to take chances like that. All right, and again, when it comes to importing your videos or upload them up to your Filmora or any video editing software, you're going to need things like this here. You're going to need these cables. Okay, that goes without saying. All right, so let's leave this over here. I'm going to have to get a bigger desk. I have no room over here. I'll just move this to the side, those things anyway in the meantime. Okay, so we talked about the cameras. Okay, this one here, it's got, even though it shoots MPEG videos, I use this exclusively because it's not a DSLR camera, it's a DSC camera, which stands for digital still camera. Whereas this one here will do videos, and it does great videos, and it takes nice shots. And it's 12 point something megapixel, right? Yeah, let me see over here. It usually says it on here. It's a 12 megapixel. This is a 12 megapixel camera. I know that, and it's a little Sony. I like it, but I like how it's very narrow. I can put, if you have a shirt and you have a pocket in it, it might bring your shirt down. It does have weight to it, but it's something very small. It's easy to carry. Okay, all right. And this guy here, like I said again, you know the story about that. Okay, now let's jump over. Let's try to get some of these out of here in the way. I don't want to put them on top of each other. Let me put them in a case over here. Let's put them in a case so they don't get damaged. Okay, just want to get that out of the way, and we'll get this guy out of the way as well. Put it in its own case there, along with this guy here. So we have a little room to work with. All right. Okay, and we don't need to see this stuff because you guys already seen it. So let's move that over there, and that. All right. Now comes the old video the handy cams. Now over here, I got some oldies, and they are old. But let me tell you something, folks. They all work. Believe me. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to do a video with them. I'm talking right now about the equipment I have. That even though this is older equipment, you can use it to make videos. Okay? And all it is, each one of these here come with the cable, with their own cable. Let me go so you can move this over here a little. There we go. Each one comes with its own cable. Like this one here is this is the most newest one I have. This is a thrift store find radio. Came with the kit, with the case and everything, the cables. Okay, this one here, the big guy. This is the cable for the big guy over here. This is I call the big guy because it's big out of all of them. Let's move that the strap here. This one here goes with this camera, and this one goes with this camera. It doesn't matter, even if I switch them all around. It doesn't matter. If I would have bought this camera and it didn't have the cable, didn't have this cable, I could use this one. It's a standard, you can see here, it's a standard connection here. See, it's a standard connection. You see, they're both the same. So if this camera didn't come, didn't come with it, I could always use this here. And I'm going to show you how this works with it. Now, with this camera here, this is how it makes it all possible to upload your videos again, everything's done with the cable. Because I have people saying sometimes, well, and then, you know what's nice about this little guy? This one again, like I said, was a thrift store find. This one here has a memory card in there, a memory stick. And here you go. To get it out, you got to push that lid pop. It's got the same thing, a little micro card. Look at this. See, it's small. This one here is 2 gigabyte. Can you see 2 gigabyte? Yeah. And this guy, when I bought this in here, this camera, it didn't come with this here, so I ordered this here for eBay. Okay. And what's nice about this here is you use it to take photos, because they have a photo feature on here. I don't know if you can see that there. Right there, my webcam's not logging in, but anyway, it says right over here, it says right here, it'll say photo, right in that silver part there. And you would click it on, and, you know, hit the button to take a photo. This here has a built-in lens cover, like this here. In case you're wondering, I should tell you what model this is. This one is the Handycam. Let me get my, it's a little dark in here for some reason. It's the Handycam DCR SR47. Okay, might as well do that microphone glass out. Yeah, and this one here is nice. And again, it's got, like I said, the built-in lens protector here cover. So you open like that, and it will detect it when you open it up. When you pop it open like that, you get that little audible sound there, and it'll say Handycam, and you get the nice little lights, the red and green come on there. And what's nice about it, it'll tell you the lens, it tells you right ahead, ahead of time. It says your lens cover is on there, and once you remove it, then you can take your videos. Now I did a what do you call it there? I did a video with this here. I love using this guy. Really small, and look at this. It fits right in your palm. Great. Look at that. I mean, and it's light. It's light. It's got some little weight to it. It's got one battery in here. How it charges up. When I got this, like I said, from the thrift store, it came with the battery charger where you just plug it in, and it'll charge up. That's the where you charge it up. That's the charging port. And to make, to record, or should say upload your videos to the video editing software, you would open the front up over here like this here without breaking it. That's another thing. Everything is plastic with these guys today. Everything's plastic. And you see that there, that's where you put that little half moon thing in it. That's where you're going to put, that's where this cable goes. So this cable is dedicated to this one. It's not like the other guys. Okay, and you would plug it in the front, and then this is where, when it comes to, again, with the older technology, which this is older technology, this is where this comes in. Okay, when it comes to these cameras, this is what you're going to need to make it all work. I talked about this in my other videos. Let's get this out of here. This is the Diamond One Touch. Now, I've been using this here for quite some time, and I highly recommend it. If you want, I know Elgato makes a nice one too. They got a nice one as well. This is the One Touch video capture. Okay, and when you buy it, you can get these off of eBay. If you look them up, you get them off of eBay. You're going to get this, and this is the main thing you're going to need right here. This here. This is what it's going to. This is how you're going to import, or I should say, upload your videos to your computer, or I should say, what do you call it there, onto your video editing software. Now, here's what I want to share with these. There is another part to using this now. Okay, here's another part to using this now. With the older technology, these guys here, okay, even with the cables and even using this, okay, these, at least I haven't figured it out yet. I tried it over and over again. These will not upload to Filmora. These guys, okay, the older guys. This one, however, because it's a little newer, if I'm not mistaken, I think this one will work with the Filmora. But these guys here, as far as I remember, I had to use another video editing software. Okay, for some reason it doesn't work that way, but with the other video editing software, it will work. Now, for those who follow me, you know I use 2 video editing software, and there's a reason for that. The other video editing software I use, okay, I know we talk about Filmora. No disrespect to Filmora, I love them. I love the other one too. I like them both, but this is my go-to one. I think I sent my video the other day. This is the one I make a lot of my videos with. When it comes to these older guys, I use CyberLink Power Director 2024 Ultimate. It will detect, okay, when it comes to importing, that video editing software will work with these. Now, I did a video on it. I don't know which one it is. I got over 2,000 videos, so if you ask me, I don't remember. It's in there. It's in cyberspace somewhere. Well, it's in my directory thing there, video directory, what do you want to call it? But that's where it is, and I did a video at that there. It will work. That video editing software will work with this. I haven't figured it out yet with Filmora, but I know with CyberLink Power Director 2024, that's what I'm using. Ultimate, I should say. I didn't say that in the beginning. It's the Ultimate. That's what I'm working with, okay? It will detect these guys, okay? And it's the same thing. What I'm about to show you here, I'm not going to do it for each and every individual one, but as you can see here, this one here, in case you're wondering, just in case you guys want to know what camera this is here, I told you what this one is, this guy, the little guy. This one here is the Sony DCR TR340. This was bought back in the day. I took the cover off of you. Actually, the cover, it has got a cover. Well, it's a little cover. You got to take it off because it kept getting in the way. This here, back in the day, was under $1,000. Back in the day. Heavy. It's got weight to it. You ain't going to use this to do selfies, I guarantee it. This is definitely a tripod camera, okay? Yeah, if you want to try hold it, it feels like it's almost 2 pounds, but you're not going to put this on a selfie stick or anything like that. It's got weight to it, but this is definitely a tripod mounted camera. You can use it on a tripod or freehand. If you're doing stuff like this is one thing, but I'm trying to say, you're not going to put this on a stick there. Even if you put it on a different, like one of those Jobies, whatever, you probably could, but your hand's going to get tired really quick, okay? And the other thing is, when you're using these type of cameras, if you were to use something like that, you could flip it around so you could see yourself in the camera. You know what I'm saying? You could see yourself like that there. And what's nice about it, you could also close it like that there, and you got it like that. Yeah, this camera takes great videos. I use it to this day. Matter of fact, all these cameras that you see, these oldies, I call them oldies, which I think these were made in the late 90s, I think it was the late 90s maybe, these guys. This, I think, was purchased, like I said, along with that other camera I showed you. I think it was purchased in 2004 or 5, this guy, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and yeah, that's what this is here. That's what this camera is. It takes great videos. It's even got a memory card right over here. So, again, for photos. Okay, now can I record videos on it? I believe I can, but because this is such a small little card, this is only 4 megabytes. You're lucky you get an intro in there. It's small. It would eat it up right away. If you're going to do stuff like that, which I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't use a memory card to make videos. This here is with the little micro cassette. When you push this open here and you pop it open, this goes out. These guys take smaller ones. This here, I think that the reason why. Oh, it is. I thought it still has juice in it. Okay, this is the type of cartridge it takes in here. So like that there. And of course it's Sony data cartridge. All right. So that's that size there. And whenever you're doing these, folks, make sure this door always stays like that and push very gently in. Sometimes people do it, bang, they close it in there. I don't believe in doing it there because you could damage it. You know what I'm saying? And God knows what it costs. That other camera I showed you was $150 back then, years ago. That was like probably in the late or early 2000s. Like imagine what this would cost if you had to fix this here. And the reason I say is because if you leave this like this, when it retracts, it might get caught up on these little hinges there, and you might strain and break the motor. So always just be, whoops. Okay, he's got to do that there. Let me do this again. Okay, let it go down. Okay, once it's down, and they all do the same thing. You got that same sound. Okay, like that. Then you do that. Okay, so yeah, and I'm going to show you in a second with this here. But this little guy here, this little guy takes great photos too. All right, let me move this out over here. And believe it or not, even though this is probably more expensive than these guys, this has a regular black and white viewfinder here. It doesn't make a difference whether it's color or not. But and all of these here outside of this guy here come with remote controls. Even this little guy. This one here works great too. It's got a Carl Zeiss lens in there, as you can see that. Okay, Carl Zeiss lens. Same thing. The little guy flips out. Goes this way. You could do this. This one here has got weight to it. You probably could put this on the selfie things, one of those Joby tripod things it mounts, and you could use it like that. You could see yourself. I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to do something like that, I think I'd rather use this one. It's a little lighter. And I've seen somebody. There is a YouTuber out there that does use this as a selfie. Uses it like instead of carrying a regular DSLR camera, he uses this, to make videos. And you could do that there. It's semi light enough. This guy's got more. This guy's got more weight than this, believe it or not. But you can do it. There's a guy that uses this. Well, to me, it seems exclusively when he's making videos, he uses something like this. I think it's almost the same camera, something like that. You might come across people like that doing that. Okay, and this guy here, it's kind of like a little battery. Came with the cable. Well, the cable I had to buy separate. Again, I got that at my thrift store. And with this here, I always get confused when it comes to popping this open. This is the little cassette this takes. This little guy takes. This is what you're going to record your data on, your videos. This little guy. Okay. Mini DV. Let's make sure it's like that. Like that there. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, just gotta pull out viewfinder. So it goes like that there. This, however, I think this takes photos too. Yes, it does take photos. But the photos, this doesn't have a memory card. So your photos, when you take photos, from what I can see here, there's no thing here for a memory card here. And these 3 cameras all come remote controls, believe it or not. The newer one, like I said, this new one here, no remote control. Not that it matters, but if you set it up on a tripod, you'd have to hit the play button or record button, then sit back or whatever you're doing. But these guys here, which is nice about these guys, they all have their remote controls. Okay, and this one here, in case you're wondering what this model is, let's see. Let me just get my magnifying because the print is so small. This is the DCR PC1. Okay, that's what this little guy is, the DCR PC1. And people sell these things. I think I see them on eBay. They sell them for a decent price. You're not going to get rich selling them. I have a family member. It's like, oh, these sell. They go, well, I'm not selling. He's like, well, I'm not going to keep all these cameras, But I don't buy the cameras to sell, because these might be a once in a lifetime find unless you go to eBay and buy it. But I never even knew Sony made a camera like this here. And this is a nice one too. It's palm size like that there, and you got your rocker arm here for telephoto, whatever. You could do it that way. You come across these things here, and you might say, well, then you might regret it. Why did I sell it for? I should have kept it. Takes great photos. Again, it does it. It puts it on the memory card there, the little the mini DV cartridge, and it does the videos, of course, like that there. But no, I wouldn't get rid of this here. I like this here. It takes great pictures, great videos, and this is a keeper. Okay, the last guy over here, and if you notice, they all got that same color coding, just like this guy. Okay, they all have that same thing. So this goes with this one here. We'll put it there, and last but not least, we'll get this guy here. Now, this one here is nice. This has, even though this is older than this guy, this one has a color viewfinder. So when you look in here, you're going to see a color viewfinder. And then you got the slide out like that there. If you want to hold it up like that there, if you're a person that's doing videos and you want to look at it, you don't want to keep constantly. And what's nice about this one here, for an oldie, let's get this so I can open it up. This guy's got a nice size screen compared to the other ones. This is a nice size screen. Okay. This one here, the battery's probably dead on it. I haven't used it in a while, because I'm always doing videos with the other ones, but this one here works great. It's got a hot shoe on it, and anytime you want to know what a hot shoe is, when you slide it back, for those who don't know, when you slide it back, you'll see the little brass contacts. I call them brass contacts there, gold contacts. That's how you know it's a hot shoe. So you could put a mic on here. You could probably put a light, an external light on here, whatever. Something that's going to be juicing off the camera. You could use that there as well. Yeah, this one's nice though. I like that there. This again, I can't say anything more about it but good things, because this here does take great videos. And what's nice about it, if you hit it over here, this little switch, and you hit this button over here, well, what do you got? Another memory card that comes out. And this here, again, is good for photos. Now, my suggestion for people who have these type of cameras that have the external, well, not external, built-in memory stick, I would definitely use those. I wouldn't use for videos. However, you probably could if you switch to video, I would think. I don't know if this camera allows you to do that, but I would strictly leave the memory sticks for photos. Okay. Now, if you're a person, let's say you went out, and now here's the question. People might say, well, how do the photos come out with these things? I've taken photos with them. I think they came out pretty good. That's my personal take on it. Okay. I thought they came out really good as far as I'm concerned. But however, if you're a person that you rushed out of the house and you got somewhere to go, a family affair or event or whatever, something's coming up, and you forgot your DSLR camera or your DSC camera, and you got one of these cameras, you can still take photos. They might not be like a dedicated DSLR camera would take a beautiful photo, whatever, or a DSC camera, but you could still take photos with it. Now, if you was to say to me, well, how would you compare it? How would you rate them both at the same? It all depends. It all depends, folks. You know, the thing is, when you're going on video shoots, always clean the lens. Make sure your lens is always clean. If you're going to use your remote control, always clean the infrared over here. You know, same thing on the remote control. I don't know. I mean, you know, some guy out there, I forget his name, who talks about this here, and he brought a good point. Like he was saying, and I'm going to use this as an example. Like this camera here, he brought a good point there, but people use them anyway. And I'm not saying this is going to, what I'm talking about is going to discourage people from using DSLR cameras, but like he says, this here, back in the day, I'm talking back in the day, were made for taking photos. Think about it. This camera, back in the day, was made for taking photos. As opposed to any of these three, these are strictly for videos. Okay, one's dedicated to it, but today with the DSLR cameras, they have it where the quality, the video quality is so great, you don't need these anymore. You don't need these. However, I do. I like them, and I will continue to use them. Okay, that's all preference, all matter of choice. Now, in regards to, again, how to get this up here, what you would do is you would plug this into they have the thing over here. I'm using this guy as an example. You would take this rubber coating. This is rubber coating over here. And what you would do is you would plug this into the yellow one, I believe, right? I think it's the yellow one. You would plug this into the yellow one like that. And then here's where, if you do, and that's another thing too, if you do buy the one-touch video capture, upload the drivers on here, folks. Upload the drivers. Seriously. And what you're going to do is, it's all color-coded to match, you can't mess up. And what you do is you just go red to red, yellow to yellow, white to white, like that. And if you have USB on your computer, which I do, plug it in, it'll detect it when you're using the other video software. That way, on that particular video editing software, it'll say capture. Then it'll say initialize and capture device or something along that line. Once you get that, you'll get the blue screen that comes up. But this has to be powered on first. Turn it on camera, not well, this one here says VTR. This one says VTR and camera. Okay. You want to turn on VTR, not the camera one. That's the setting over here. Okay, let's get that out. I'll leave it over there. It'll say it over here, right over here, VTR and camera. You're going to turn to VTR. Okay. But this has to be powered on in order for it to detect the camera, to capture it. And once it does that, you'll see the blue screen come up. Then you know that, you know, it's up and ready to go. Okay? So now, if people are wondering, how do you get if you're wondering how to get the data off of here or the video off of here, you're going to need this little device. Okay? That's all it is, just this cable. This little cable makes it all possible. And it works with all of these cameras you see here. Okay, if you take those, they all got that same color coding. See, this is what you're gonna need. All right. So if that's what you're wondering, okay, there's nice cameras and everything, they're beautiful. How do you get the video? That's what you're gonna need. Now, I'm gonna close the video out, but I want to show you the old granddaddy one. Let me tell you a little story about this guy here. Let's put this guy over here for now. Let's move it. Okay, and now, there's a little story behind this here. Let me just get a knife over here, got scissors, I should say, cut this open here. There's a little story behind this camera here. I bought this camera with the intentions of selling it. Okay, I was going to sell this camera. And when I say the granddaddy of it all, because this is an oldie. Okay. All right, keep it wrapped up in this cloth here. Okay. This is the granddaddy of it all. Let's get this out of here. Believe it or not, even though it's got marks on that glass, it's clean. This here is a Sony, and no, it's not a VHS. I know a lot of people say, is that a VHS? No, it's probably close to the size of a VHS. It had to be a little bigger. VHS would be a little bigger than this one. This camera here is got it takes the camera, the cartridge like that there. The one I was showing you, the Video 8 cartridge, the one I just showed you, out of this camera here. Remember when I showed you? It's going to use that cartridge. It's pretty nice. It looks very professional. Look with all these buttons back here and stuff like that. But here's the problem. Well, I don't have a strap. I could always order a strap for it. I'll get it off of eBay. Here's the problem. I can't get something to power it up to use it. That's the thing, getting the power source. Okay, I don't have a battery for it. The battery would go in here. Now people say, well, why don't you look up on eBay? I tried all that. You know what's funny with that? eBay will sell you pre-owned batteries, whatever, or for parts not working. What am I supposed to do with a dead battery? So even if I could have gotten the charger now, I mean, I've been searching high and low for it to get the charger, but I can't seem to locate one. This guy is an oldie. I might just put it on a shelf and just use it as a prop, whatever, you know, something. It's an original camera. It's a real camera. You know, it's a nice camera. Heavy, very heavy. I mean, this camera here, you could hold it in your hand, but this is the type of camera you're going to rest on your shoulder. This is the type of camera you're going to rest on your shoulder. I mean, you could do it this way, but your arm's going to get really tight. This is heavy. This is a heavy camera, but I think, you know, with the extra backing here, they didn't put anything on there like a rubber. That's how I would do it. Just go like this here, you know, the viewfinder. You know, that's how I do it. So this is a Video 8 AF. Okay. Let me just close this like this here. Just like this here. Oh, like that. There it is. And let me tell you the model number on this here without dropping it. This is the granddaddy of them all. Of all the cameras, the oldest one. I think it was in the late 80s. Okay. In case anyone's wondering, this is the, I don't have to use a magnifying glass because I can't see the print, it's too small. The model number is CCD-V8AF. It's got a little small U there. I don't know if you can see that there. I should have just did it that way. See it there? There you go. So, what happened with this camera, I bought it, and I got this from a thrift store, and to be honest with you, the reason why I'm ending up keeping it, I bought it with the intentions of selling it. They don't sell for much on eBay, by the way. They don't sell for much. And I thought, well, I got it for a decent price, and I thought maybe I could sell it, flip it for a little more, make a little extra cash on it, because, you know, who can't use a little extra money? And unfortunately, it didn't sell. Well, however, I think there was somebody who was interested, but never came through with it. So, this is what I have, and it's a nice camera. It's pretty decent. I have it on eBay right now for parts not working. It's over here. This is like that fake vinyl, whatever it is there. You can see it's got a little fade over here. It's fading. Okay. I have it on eBay right now because it's untested. I can't test it out. I have no source for it. But if I had the power source for this here, I would have loved to make a video with it and show you guys how it works. But don't have it. I can't get the power. Just to power it up. So yeah, if someone's got a camera out there that's like this here, this model, and you need parts, it may work. I don't know. I can't. There's no way for me to test it out. I can't get the power cord for it, and I don't think there's a power cord that plugs in here. Doesn't look like it, but I think it's one of those deals where you pop it in here with a battery, and the battery's got a cord attached to it, and that's how you. But who wants to do? Well, the only time that would be good, to be truthfully honest, if you did have something like that where you put if it's got one of those things, an adapter has the cord in the power cord, that's the power source. You plug it, you put it in here, and you get the cable. This would be good if you're going to shoot at home. You can't take it because there's no batteries to take it. It's got the lens cover on here as well. I can get it off here. Doesn't say if it's got a Carl Zeiss lens on or not, but yeah, it's a nice camera. So you know, right now, I think I'm just gonna put it on the shelf and just use it as something that, you know, like a prop, or just have something like just to keep it on the shelf, whatever. So back in the day, it was a nice camera. I don't know what something like this would have cost back then. I really don't know. I never bothered looking it up. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. This is the granddaddy of them all, and unfortunately, I can't get it to work. It's pretty clean though. It's a really clean camera, but that's it. So the thing, you know, the reason I'm showing you the stuff with these old cameras, for those of you out there who are thinking, let me move this out of the way, for people thinking that, you know, I can't use older equipment to make videos. You can use older cameras to make videos, except I can't with this one, right? But the other guys, those cameras, you can use them there. But the only thing is, remember this, folks. So, I mean, if people watch this video and they follow it somewhat through, they would say, yeah, I follow what you said that I can't make a video with, you know. And that's the other thing too, with this here. The reason why I tell people the video editing software I use is because I've been on other YouTubers, you know, channels, and I watch them, you know, their videos and stuff like that. And I'm always curious to know what kind of video editing software they use. And you know, me, I'm a curious by nature guy. I mean, I like to know what people are using, you know, like that. I don't know, there's no big deal unless they feel like, well, that's, you know, that's their preference to, it's not needed to know type of thing. But me, I don't care. I mean, like I said, I'm telling you right now, this video is being recorded right now with the Filmora 13, and it's the latest version, 13.6.4. Okay, so it don't bother me, because people may want to know, you know, and there's a lot of video editing software out there that, you know, you could use to check out for yourself. I remember one thing though, because I was looking up, not that I was going to buy it. There was like Final Cut Pro. I think that's only strictly used, if that's the one I'm thinking of, is strictly used only for what do you call it there? Apple computers, whatever, iMacs, whatever, you know, computers like that. Apple. I'm not an Apple person. I love the Apple phones. Okay, my electronics that I like. Okay, my two favorites is Panasonic and Sony. That's my electronics. For computer equipment, everything in here, as far as like recording devices, like printed stuff, is all HP. And for my webcams, they're all Logitech. They're all Logitech webcams. Okay. And the other thing is, even with the little iPhone 5S I have here, this isn't the 5S, is it? Oh, here it is. This is the iPhone 5, this is the iPhone 8. With this guy here, I can turn this into a webcam and make it mobile. Mobile meaning you could, with the program I have, it's called Let's View, and it's also called iRun. Now with either or, I could use this. I think it's with the iRun. Use this. I have a mount where I mount it on there. I could use this as a webcam. You could also use them as an action camera too. I talked about in other videos. You can get the harness for the iPhones. I don't know. It's got to make sure it's going to accommodate. I don't think it's going to accommodate all the iPhones this size, or the iPhone 8, definitely the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But it's a harness, and you can carry it like this. Now people say, I don't know if I want the idea of one that, you know, have an iPhone hanging. Listen, if you can't afford, well, this was, like I said, when I bought this off eBay, I paid $149 for it. Now go look at the GoPros. Go price the GoPros and see. Now if you say, well, I can get a used one for $200. Okay, people have different budgets. Okay, I could get a shoulder harness. I think I showed it in one of my videos. I could try to get a shoulder harness for maybe what, $15, $20, all right? And I could mount any one of these phones on there and use as an action camera. I just hit the record button on there if I'm running a bike, whatever. They even have them where you can put them on your head too, but I don't think it would look good. I thought I seen one where you could mount the iPhone on your head. I wouldn't do something like that. First off, I thought I seen something like that. Could be wrong, unless it was a goof. I wouldn't do something like that because first off, like this iPhone 8, you know, is too heavy to do that, and I think that would look kind of silly. You know, hey, what's that iPhone doing on your head? You know, I thought I seen something like that. But as far as like if you want to mount it on your chest, like a chest mount, you know, they got the harness for that there, and you could do that. Now the GoPros, of course, you know, that's why they make them small, so you can mount them onto your head, whatever. All right, and you can do stuff like that for the action camera stuff. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I try to be on the more the conservative side. I try to save money and stuff like that, and I like to utilize the things I have. Now, some people who watch this video may say, well, you should get with the program, get rid of those old cameras and get good stuff to make. Let me tell you something, folks. If I told you, if I took one of these cameras, I made a video, and with the, like I said, it's all in the video editing software, even though they're older technology. Unless you have a good trained eye to see it, the clarity and stuff like that, like I said, it's all in the video editing software. Having a good camera is one thing. I mean, yeah, you could buy a $2,000-$3,000 camera, and you might say, oh, look at the clarity, and look at. If you know how to tweak the picture, I should say the video within the video editing software, you can make that picture really look good. Okay, you got to play around. It's gonna take a little time to get it where you want, but as long as you got good clarity, the colorization's in there, and everything looks good, you know, the exposure and stuff like that. I think, me personally, but then again, you might say, well, that's because you wear glasses for reading. Yeah, I don't wear them for when I'm viewing like now. You might say you wouldn't be able to tell because you know, maybe my vision's not as great as it was back in the day. But with that being said, who says you can't? Who says you can't do stuff like that? I bet you if I could have gotten this camera to work, and I made a video with it, and I tweaked it with the video editing software, I don't think you guys would know if this was taken with an expensive DSLR camera or not. I don't think with any of these cameras, to be truthfully honest with you. I mean, how much clarity do you want? I mean, you want it where you could actually touch the item, the object, you know? I mean, you know, as long as your picture is clear, you got good, what do you call it, recording. Like I use a Blue Yeti mic, you know, good audio and good camera, you know what I'm saying, to make the videos. Like I said, if you really think about it, another YouTuber brought this out. If you think about the DSLR camera, well, let's say DSC camera, or the camera itself back in the day, they didn't have the built-in recording feature. I'm talking about the older technology I'm talking about. You didn't have that, where you could take video with that there, you know. Today, it's all incorporated. And people probably figure, well, it's better to have, you know, it's better to have a DSLR camera instead of carrying this and a camera with you. True, that's true in some cases, but if I'm doing a video shoot, I'm taking one of these with me. Okay? Now, if I don't want to, you know, it depends what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do something where I'm going to need a tripod, you know, it's going to be tripod-mounted camera, then I'm going to take this with me because I'm not going to hold this for an hour or 45 minutes, whatever. You know, your hand will get eventually tired, whatever. But for the most part, I would put it on a tripod. But as far as, you know, now people might say, why don't you just buy this? Because some of them are expensive, and I don't need them. I got all these handy cams. Why am I going to want to buy an expensive camera? For what? You know, so, but that's me. All right. That's all I want to share with you guys. And again, if you guys are out there who have older technology like that, like the cameras I'm using, maybe some of you guys might have these type of cameras hanging around, I wouldn't disparage them and get rid of them. I wouldn't do that there. You can still use it to make videos. And if you know how to play around with the video editing software, folks, you can make it work. Trust me. It's working for me. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't work for you. And that's the video editing software I'm using right now for Filmora 13. So that's what I'm going to use to make this video. And you know, it's all up to you. It's how you handle it. You know, but that's all I want to share with you guys. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. If you want to see me talk about something, or you want me to recap something that I talked about in this video, and maybe you might want to say, hey, Rich, can you touch bases on this one more time or whatever? Or could you show us how like you're saying, it works with the other video and software? I got an old camera like this one here. Can you do a video on that and show me how you hook it up and how it works with the other video editing software? I'm not here to promote the other video editing software, just to let you guys know. Okay? I'm just telling you, as a YouTube creator who uses this older technology, I should say, not old, how it works with one video editing software versus the other. I try to work it out with the one I'm working with now, the video editing software, with the older ones. I plugged it in and stuff like that, and couldn't get it to import in there. It just didn't recognize it for some reason. For me, this is for me now. Okay, you guys might try the same thing and say, well, it works for me. I'm just telling you, for me, it's not working. Okay, when I do all of that there, even though you say, even with this thing here, the one touch, the diamond one touch, it doesn't work. For some reason, it doesn't work. I tried it, and I think I reached out to Filmora about that. They're saying, it doesn't work with it doesn't detect other cameras. It'll detect the iPhone. Well, for me, it'll detect the iPhone, any one of the iPhones, except for the 12, where it doesn't import the video, as opposed to the other two, the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 8. But it won't detect that. But as far as the other ones, it'll detect the iPhone 5S, iPhone 8, iPad Mini 4, and iPad 2. It'll detect them. But as far as the other guys, can't do it. So I don't know what to tell you. If you guys figured it out, please share it with me. And that's what my YouTube channel is all about, folks. That was the whole premise behind creating this YouTube channel back in the day. I've been on it now since 2013. It was 11 years. I call this thing I made up. It's called the His Initiative. Help, inspire, and share. My goal and my job for this YouTube channel, outside of helping it grow, is to also inspire people, to help people, and share information. I also do the news, like I said, if you look at my banner, say YouTube vlogger and creator, sharing news, stories, and ideas for the content creator. That's what my YouTube channel is all about. And the most important thing is that you guys out there who follow me, subscribe to my channel, or if you're just hitting the channel for the first time, is to help you guys out. I want to see you guys become successful. I want to become successful. I want to see you guys become successful. And the most important thing out of creating, I guess I could speak for some creators out there, or then again maybe not. For me, is you guys getting a takeaway from it. That is the most important thing. Because if you're not getting a takeaway from the videos I'm putting out, I feel like I'm not doing my job. I spend a lot of hours on this computer. I can't say I spend more hours than other creators, but I rise at 6 o'clock in the morning, and my cutoff time, I made it my cutoff time, is 12:30. That's it, 12:30 p.m. at midnight, whatever. I call it a night. That's it. I power this off, and I hit in the hay because, I want to have set times too. I don't want to be burnt out. That's the problem today with YouTube creators who are starting out. They burn themselves out because they say, geez, I got to do a video. I try to make videos on it very consistent. I try to do it on a daily basis. Sometimes I'm not able to because I got family situations where I'm helping my family out or doing stuff around the house and stuff like that. So I try to break up my time and utilize it. As a matter of fact, I have a podcast. I haven't done the podcast in a long time. So I think I'm gonna go. After they do this video, I think it's uploaded and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna do a podcast sometime today. I hope. We'll see how long this is gonna take to edit out. But yeah, I haven't. It just there's not enough hours in a day. It really ain't. So there were times I used to be up 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I ain't doing that anymore, folks. It throws the whole day off, and I can't do it anymore. I'm getting older. I'm probably a lot older than most of you people out there who follow me on this YouTube channel, but it doesn't matter. You're never too old to start a YouTube channel. Okay? You're never too old. And here's the thing. Whether you want to believe it or not, we all have talents and passions. Okay? And people may say, well, how do I know what my talent or passion is? You know what I say to that? What are you good at? People have talents. They don't share them. They keep it all bottled up. And you may be a person that knows how to paint landscapes like on paintings. Or you may be a person that knows how to build. You might be a carpenter that maybe a semi-retired, or maybe you want to do this as a hobby. You could teach people how to paint, how to build. Okay? If you're a person that likes to cook or bake or whatever, you could teach people how to cook. You could teach people how to bake or whatever. The list goes on and on and on. If you're a plumber, or if you're a carpenter, or you're an auto mechanic, you could share these things with people, folks. We all have talents and passions. It's just that people don't share it. They don't put it out there. They keep it all bottled up to themselves. Why not share it with people? Why not? If you get enjoyment out of it, I do. I get enjoyment out of making videos, and I like when people compliment my videos. It makes me feel good. So it makes me feel like, hey, I put a video out. These people like what I put out. They like what I have to say and what I'm showing them. I did a couple do-it-yourself videos and stuff like that. But for the most part, I want to stay focused on being more of an informative YouTube channel. I like to talk about different things, but it's all going to be related to helping content creators out there, and that's what I want. I want to see people become successful. I want to see myself become successful too. I would love to get the silver play button, but you need 100,000 subscribers for that. And I wouldn't mind getting the gold play button, which you need 1 million subscribers to get that. Will either of those happen for me? I don't know. But you know what? If it never happens in my lifetime, whatever, or the time I'm on this platform, I don't care, because I'm still going to keep making videos regardless. Okay? My thing is to help people out, and I'm going to do it. I'm gonna find a way to do it, but I want to help people out. And I'm going to keep doing these videos. So, and just to share this with you guys, I know there are people out there that give my videos thumbs down and stuff like that. That's okay. Don't bother me. And the reason why it don't bother me, because I'm not going to let that deter me from doing this. It's not going to turn me over and say, oh, geez, that person don't like my video. Who knows? I might get thumbs down in this one. I don't really care. I don't care, because for the simple reason is I'm doing what I love to do, and that is making videos, and I'm going to keep making videos. And if I got 1,000 thumbs downs, I don't care. It's not going to let that bother me. And that's the way you guys out there who are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you already have an established YouTube channel, and your videos are getting thumbs down, don't let it deter you, folks. Stick with it. Keep at it, because if everybody thinks like that, oh, if I got a thumbs down, I'm not going to do any more videos. That's it. I'm done with YouTube. You're never going to go anywhere. And the thing is, the mindset, don't go into this with the negative mindset, thinking, oh, if I do this here, no one's going to watch my videos. I'm going to get little to no views, little to no subscribers, dislikes or whatever. You know what? You know what I say to people like that have that mindset? It's like the saying I use in my other videos. The war was lost before it was even fought. You can't go into this with a negative attitude. You got to be positive. Think clear. I keep a pen and pad at my desk. And every day I go through this, I do research, listen to other YouTubers, see what they're talking about, get little ideas. I don't copy their ideas, I just get ideas, see what they're talking about, and how they approach making their videos. And I do my own thing though, okay? I don't sit there copy, I'm not a copycat. Oh, he's doing that, I'm gonna do the same thing. People might try to copy Mr. Beast and say, I'm gonna try to do the same thing he's doing. But the only difference is he's got a big following. He got 309 million subscribers now, and still growing. I don't think there's too many YouTubers out there that are gonna compete with a guy like that. There, he's got a lot going for him. Plus he's got a crew that helps him do his videos, his videos, editing, and all that stuff. There, he's got a team. I don't have a team. I'm a one-man band here. I'm the producer. The director, the video editor, you name it, I do it all. I'm a one-man band. I don't have anybody help me out. But that's okay. Like they're all saying, too many cooks spoil the broth. You might get too many people inputting their ideas into your videos, and in the meantime, it might not be what you like to your liking. So, you're better off sometimes working by yourself and doing your own thing in some cases. In some cases, if it gets to be overwhelming, it's like, oh my God, I'm being fried, my brain's fried. That's a different story. If you could afford it, if you could afford to hire people to do your video editing software, good for you. Right now, I can't do that right now. I'm a small YouTuber, and I want to share this too with you guys out there. Even though I love YouTube, which I do, I don't get paid every month. Just putting it out there, okay? Because I don't want people to think, well, if you're a YouTuber and you got, your channel's monetized and stuff, you probably get paid. I don't get paid every month. I don't. And if I do, it's all broken up. Let's put it this way. People say, well, how much did you make of YouTube? Let me just sum it up this way. It's nothing to write home about. Okay? And the other thing is, I wouldn't quit my job to do YouTube full time. If you have a job, a good steady job right now, and you got benefits, you got 401ks or whatever, pensions and stuff like that, unless you are definitely really successful with your YouTube channel and you've got a consistent amount of money coming in every month, if you got to that stage, that level, that's something to think about. But for the most part, I wouldn't quit my job doing YouTube full time. people say, if you're wondering, well, are you doing it full-time right now? I'm doing it full-time right now because I went through, with my situation, I went through 2 company layoffs and 1 company bankruptcy. And I said to myself, strike 3, you're out. Thank God I have money put away to keep me going, where it allows me to do this here full-time. Because otherwise, it'd be a whole different story for me, folks. So that's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to starting a YouTube channel, make sure you got all your ducks lined up in a row before you quit your job or whatever. And think about what you're giving up. Okay? People will start businesses as hobbies, out of hobbies, and they become successful with it. But again, I'm not saying in a derogative way. You might not be that person to have that situation. It may, you may not. I don't know. I'm just saying. People say speak for yourself, and I will speak for myself on that behalf. But sometimes your hobbies will turn into a full-time business, and they do. There are successful people that do it, but for the most part, it doesn't always work out like that. So the way I would approach it is, if you're going to start a YouTube channel and you love it as much as I do, and you say, I wish I could do this full-time, think it over and do it as a hobby, as a side gig, and see what happens. See how it grows, see how it progresses. And if you get your channel monetized and you're making tons of money every month, I'm using as an example, whatever, then you might want to say, okay, well, maybe I could take a chance at it. What I would do, though, prior to doing anything like that, if you could sacrifice it, if you got any credit card debt, no, seriously, I'm not trying to be funny, pay off all your bills first. Seriously, pay off all your bills. If you got a car loan, try to pay that off. Or if you say, I got another year to do it, 2 years to do it, sacrifice. Don't try to pay off your debt. That's what I had to do. I paid off all my debt, credit card debt and stuff like that. And if you have car payments, paid it off, which I don't have any car payments or anything. This way, it takes the little stress off you, where if you don't have enough money coming in, but you have all your debt paid for, it might be a little less like, whew, okay. Because if you go the other route and you go into this here thinking, well, I go into this, I'll try it full time and whatever, hoping to make enough money to pay your bills, you might be a little disappointed. Seriously. So just take it slow, little by little. My channel's not growing in leaps and bounds, folks, but it's getting there. I always said, if I can get at least 2,000 subscribers before the new year, so that would be great. But the subscribers come and go. My channel stagnates. I might get 2 today and lose 3 tomorrow. I might get 3. I might get 4 today and lose 5 tomorrow. Who knows? It doesn't. It stagnates. It's like putting a car in drive and it's stuck. The wheels are spinning, but it's not going anywhere. But you know what? Like I said, my channel's slow growing. I don't know if I'll ever be able to achieve that 100,000 subscriber mark, where I get the silver play button. But you know what? I keep trying. What do I got to lose? I'm putting time in. People say, hey, you're wasting your time. Well, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a yes or no type of thing. It depends. But how I look at it, if this is what you love doing and you get enjoyment out of it, it's not a waste of time. That's how I look at it. People may bake the difference. Yeah, well, that's the way you think, and that is. If you love doing something so much, it's not, and you think it's a waste of time. I don't think so. I don't look at it that way, but that's me. All right. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I know I'm rambling on here. I just, what it is, folks, I love sharing stuff with you guys, and I like to express myself and put things out there for people to not relish and thrive on, but it's just kind of like a little something, hey, to think about. Food for thought. Let's put it that way. Okay? I do, and I mean it sincerely. I want to see you guys become successful. I want to see people become successful. I want to see you guys do good. I don't know if you hear that from other YouTubers or not. I'm not saying one of many. Maybe there are. Maybe there ain't. I don't know. But that's how I feel inside. And I, like I said earlier, good, bad, or indifferent, I'm going to keep making videos. So it's something I love to do. All right. I just want to say, for those of you who stuck around this long to watch this video, I just want to say thank you so much. I hope you guys got a takeaway from it in some way, just to give you a little idea about using older equipment to make videos, because you still can use older equipment today to make videos. And if you do get a takeaway from it, and you do like this video or any of my videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and if you want to be updates to when I post out videos, please hit that bell notification icon. And before I go, I just want to say, for people out there who are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or you already have an established YouTube channel, I'm wishing you guys all the best of luck, the best success. Go out there, share your talents and passions with people around the world, because they will watch your videos. Believe me, if they're watching mine, they're definitely going to watch yours. You'll watch your videos. And here's the other thing I want to say, very quick. Don't forget to use the YouTube short videos. Okay? Don't forget to use those. They do work. Use them as movie trailers, as I said in my other videos. Use them as movie trailers. I'm telling you, they work. I got subscribers from them, and I got a lot of likes on my videos and stuff like that. So they do work. All right? All right. That's enough. Take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. It's Rich Pacino signing off. Bye-bye for now.